And so that led to creating Victoria, which is our AI assistant that really at first was like, hey, let's just send it to the right person so they can ask one place and have it go out to the correct person. But then it was like AI can answer 90 something % of these questions just by me training it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Reside Platform Podcast. I'm your host today, Suneet Agrawal. And with me, I'm super excited to nerd out with Tyler Morton. Tyler, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, dude, stoked. I'm super excited. I've been thinking about this episode all morning. Why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your real estate career before we get right into it?
Yeah. So got into real estate back in 2004, opened my first office in 2007, opened my second in 2009. And then my business partner at the time, he moved out to California to run a software company that we started, which is now experience.com. Yeah, I bought him out of the Remax offices that I own, and he bought me out of most of my shares. I'm still a small owner in that company, but that's doing really well. So brought me to 9 offices today.
9 offices. That's a lot, dude. How do you manage 9 offices?
Gosh, systems. And that's what I tell everyone. Like, we opened that office in 2007, right before everything collapsed in 2008.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have 10,000 square feet. I didn't have 10 employees working the front desk and manning phones. So we really systemized and streamlined everything and all the process we did, which then, led to creating our own technologies and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, so that's what I want to talk about because you guys, everybody watching and listening, like there's a lot of people out there selling shit like from a theoretical point, but the reason I want Tyler on here is because he's building stuff for his own business with tools that are accessible pretty much to everybody, right? Like except for hiring people to help, which we can talk about that too. So you have 9 offices. How many agents total?
About 200.
200 agents. And how many states?
3.
3 states. Are you the broker in all 3 states?
I'm the broker in 2 of them.
Okay. And then you have a managing broker in a different state. So here it is, multi-state organization. What's the management look like on like in the state level?
Yeah, so I've got managers in each office. I still have a lot of contact with the agents. They're still reaching out to me with their questions. Limited staff, so we're able to do a lot with a little. All of my staff have specialized roles. So like Abby started out as an admin, but her degree's in marketing. And so she's our marketing director. Margie handles all of our compliance. And then Tom's my CFO. And then I've got some other specialized roles elsewhere that just really focus on one niche thing so that, if somebody has a question on something, it doesn't have to always roll up to me. And that's kind of how I created some of the tech that streamlines what we do.
Yeah. Now, do you have any kind of team model in there too with lead opportunities, or is it mostly just traditional real estate?
Mostly just traditional real estate. I do run a team. I use it more as a testing ground for all of the tech that I try out because I have shiny shit syndrome. And I'm like, hey, squirrel, I've got to test this out and spend, a few $1,000 on it and see if it works. And
Sure.
I do that so the agents don't have to. But I do have a place and a process for how we onboard newer agents that need to be on a team. And that works out pretty well.
Okay, cool. Got it. So, you guys, Tyler has 9 offices in 3 states. So when he wants to build a system, I'm going to listen and have him on the podcast. So what was the problem you were facing when you decided to go down this path?
It's, hey, do you got a second? That's the question, right? That we get as brokers or team leaders, we get all the time. And it could be something as simple as what's the Wi-Fi password or the copier code or the lockbox for whatever office. It could be something simple like that, but it's still, those add up tremendously over the course of a day. When you have 200 agents, if you have 10 of those, that's 10 interruptions, even for a 1-minute answer.
Sure.
And then you add in the more complex things like actual broker questions or marketing or how do I do this, tech questions and stuff like that. And it adds up even more exponentially. Like you're spending a lot of time just filtering through when you're not necessarily the right person to answer that question. Like if somebody wants to send out a piece of marketing and want approval on it or need help designing it, that should go directly to Abby. Or if they
Sure.
have an accounting question, or did I get paid on this transaction, then it should go to Tom. And
Yes.
so that led to creating Victoria, which is our AI assistant that really at first was like, hey, let's just send it to the right person so they can ask one place and have it go out to the correct person. But then it was like AI can answer 90 something percent of these questions just by me training it.
So, right, because you could do a ticketing system.
Yep.
Something tells me you probably tried to do one in the past.
I skipped right over the ticketing system.
Did
But
you? Okay.
that's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah, kind of what it is. That's like the first iteration. Question: what group messaging software do you guys use?
So I use WhatsApp, and we also have internal platform. We used to use Workplace, which was a Facebook product that they
Yeah.
discontinued. So we moved over to Circle. And then now I'm in the process of moving everything over to GHL.
Yeah, which we could talk about too.
We can talk about
GHL is
that
great.
for hours.
Dude, GHL is great because
Yeah,
it has everything in one place for one price. Dun
right.
dun dun.
Yeah,
um,
it's sick.
it's sick, yes. So we can talk about that too because you've been doing really cool stuff there. So move to Circle, and we use Circle in my consulting company, Reside,
Mhm.
because global access for different clients,
Yeah,
right? And then they want their own stuff too. So, however, in any other like LMS circumstance, 100% GHL.
yeah,
Dude, it's included. I used to spend $3,000 a year on other softwares, and now it's included in Go High Level. Like,
right. Now, from
right.
landing pages to course, I mean, it replaces Kajabi. It replaces
ClickFunnels,
click.
Calendly. Yes.
Yeah, email, and your CRM. It replaces all of those. And I love CRMs. Like that was kind of my, I don't want to say that's my tech background, but I was Follow Up Boss user number one, like in the entire country.
Were you
Dan
really?
tested it before Dan even launched it, and I'm still
I
waiting.
didn't know that.
If you're watching this, I'm still waiting on my royalty check.
I just talked to him last week, dude. He's moving to Australia. He's
Yeah,
moving
no,
home.
Dan's an awesome dude. In GHL, you can automate so much of the stuff.
Dude, it's so stupid. And you're probably just scratching the surface because you're like 3 months in, right? 4 months in.
Yeah, so I actually used it. I tested it out because I was trying to create a recruiting software around it probably like a year and a half ago. And I hired a developer to help me with some of the workflows, and I couldn't get my sync to work with my Rets feed for pulling agent data correctly. It kept having an error, and I had other projects I was working on, so I just kind of abandoned that one.
So, okay, before we go to Victoria, because we just took a way right turn, but this is interesting too, because recruiting, right? That's how we met. Are you pulling the agent data into GHL directly right now?
Not directly. No, I still manually input.
Manually input because you can't get that feed to work.
I could use something like, I mean, there's plenty of tools. I could use like a make.com with a KPI bees, which will take that into a CSV file and just automatically input it. I just haven't done it yet. It's not that I don't want to. I know we had talked. I wasn't sure how it was going to affect. I didn't want it to remove any tags, so I need to do it with a small subset before I break everything because I'm really good at that.
Yeah, yeah. Make a different list, please. Yes. Yes. Make a different list. Because what I was thinking about is where are you getting your data from?
From Max Recruit, so it's built
Max
into our
Recruit is
service.
software.
Yeah.
Does that Max Recruit software have like likely to move fields in
Yes.
there?
It has recent moves, likely to move. It ranks them. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool data in there.
Because what I think we should be doing for everyone listening, Tyler is utilizing our KFR domination platform right now to get the recruiting leads. So I'm talking about that. But what I think we need to do is have some kind of automation that goes from that list for that highly likely to move and like prioritize those for our callers. I was thinking about that last night, mostly for myself, but right. Cause I'm paying for this data and we're
Right.
just calling everybody. We're not looking at that list every week. It would be cool to like sync that from GHL and then set an alert for the guys and then, hey, hit these guys every day this week or something.
Right. Yeah. Or, hey, somebody that moved 12 months ago and their production's down.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there
Oh my
inside
gosh.
of making the calls. And then as far as like, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you or with the listeners, but inside of GHL, like the best funnels for us right now, you may even see the ad is making a bunch of lead magnets, ad agents, making 4 different lead magnets, putting them on landing pages. However, when you run the ad, I'm going to tell you to make it a lead ad anyway. So the landing page matters a little bit less, syncing it directly into Go High Level with the conversion tracking, run those at the audience because you can even export like the list in GHL and have it sync with Ads Manager. And then also take the GHL calendar, the Go High Level calendar, and film some testimonials of your agents and put a book a call in those and run it at the same audience. Everybody listening, this is the best fucking ad strategy for recruiting calls in 2026. This is the strategy. So we should talk about that offline. Or you should play
Oh,
with
hell
it,
yeah.
you know.
No, like you said, scratching the surface right now. I'm just working on onboarding is one of the key characteristics of your brand, right? And so making sure that that process is 100% seamless and you don't drop the ball because we have so many different systems that we use. It's easy to say, hey, I'm going to bring them on and this person's going to handle X, Y, and Z. Well, if person that handles that is out of town, like
Yes.
my CFO, was just out of the
Yeah,
country for
he
2
was
weeks.
just out of town. Yeah.
He was out of the country for 2 weeks and it was like, shit, I got to handle this now. That's when I really started saying, we've got to fix this. And so now it's very detailed with, hey, steps A, B, and C happen. Here's the auto assigned tasks to all my staff so they know as soon as we onboard somebody. And it's all automated. I mean, as soon as they fill out the form, it triggers everything.
So you're just creating the tasks inside of GHL too?
So yeah, it's freaking awesome. And I started even going like the if this or like
Oh, yes.
you can go down a crazy rabbit hole. And I was like, some of it, I was like, all right, I'm thinking too much about this. Like, just give me the standard list. And here are the 30-piece drip campaign for that new agent onboarding. So it's like, hey, do this day 1, do this day 2, do this day 3, check in text.
Yeah,
So
so you actually built all that out, dude.
built
Good.
all that out for the onboarding automation, but now I'm rebuilding my course library for here's how to do all the training. So I don't have to sit in that meeting one-on-one or send them over to somebody else. They can watch it at their leisure, while they're getting ready for bed. And that's what agents want. They want to do it on their own time. They don't want to come into the office at 2 o'clock today because they don't know how to do something. They want to be able to click a button and say, how do I do this?
For the onboarding, you may want to do that in another GHL account. So it's $1 a month or $10 a year if you want.
Yeah.
We could send you a link. Yeah, just copy it all over because you're going to want a different domain, right? For the internal instead of
I've got 2 internal right now, so I think I'm good, but
oh, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long
because
as
I did
it's
a
sending.
.com and a .net.
Yeah. Okay. We could figure that piece out, getting too complicated. Let's get into the AI that you
Yeah.
built. So you were getting a lot of the got a minute questions and ticketing system. So a ticketing system is really easy to make. It's
Yep.
still human interaction. And the problem really is there's some patience involved. You hit a
Oh, yeah.
ticket and then you wait to get called. And sometimes it just means, hey, I submitted a ticket, but I'm going to text you anyways.
Right. That's what happens is as brokers, everyone communicates their own way. I have agents that send me message on Circle. I have agents that message me through text. I have agents that call me. I have agents that email me. I have agents that send Facebook or Instagram messages.
Yeah,
Like,
random shit.
yeah,
Yes.
random shit all the time. And so I was like, how can we freaking streamline this so that it's not me trying to go, where did they send this to me?
Yeah.
Or, like you said, first iteration was basically a ticketing system. And then I layered on the AI with that. So I was like, this is only going to get better because I started this almost a year ago, actually just over a year ago. And I was like, what can we train this on? And so I just started giving it documents left and right. So my welcome guide, my dot loop help desk, I scraped all of their stuff. I hope they're not listening. I scraped Bold
Well, no,
Trail.
that's good. Maybe they'll inspire them, right? Like,
So Bold Trail, Ohio licensing law, Kentucky, Indiana, like all the licensing law stuff's in there. And so that when somebody asks a question, it will automatically respond with that answer. Now, as a broker, I don't want the liability of it answering a broker question wrong. So I always manually review those. But because it knows the license law in each state that I'm licensed in, it's going to pull those provisions and suggest the response for me based on that.
yes, it can pull a reference too and say based on this.
NAR FAQs for the buyer broker agreements. Like that was one of the first things that I uploaded.
Sure, right? That was a good time. What does the interface look like?
Yeah. So early on, it was just a desktop version. We then went mobile and had other brokers that I'm, in masterminds with. And they're like, hey, I want this for my agents. And I was like, I hadn't really thought about that, but all right. And that's really when I hired the developer. So it's like, hey, I know how to do this for my stuff, but not for everybody else. So, but one of the biggest hurdles that we have as brokers is adoption for anything. And so, even though we have a desktop app, we have a mobile app, agents will bitch and complain that they have to download one other thing. So, I was like, let's just integrate it with text. All they have to do is add this number to their contacts. And so now they can just text a question.
That's super good. So you did some kind of Twilio type of integration or something and got it going. So, bro, so you took all this data. That's so much. Any idea how many different sources you have in that knowledge base?
It just depends because I've got a bunch of brokers using it now that each person kind of uses it differently. We talked about Gary's working on doing it with his entire training wheel system. So he's got hundreds, if not thousands of, because he's got years of data in there. So that was an interesting challenge to try to get that to sync. And we should have that finished for him next week. But it used to be a manual process also for me to onboard something because I had to create a custom assistant for each category that was trained on certain data. And then we got away from that about a month ago and made it instead of the agent having to prompt it, because it used to be like, hey, if you wrote into the system via text or you did the app and it did it via voice, it would always go to a staff member unless you said Victoria. Now AI is answering all of those questions except for broker questions if it's 90% certain. If it's not 90% certain of the answer, that's when it goes, hey, would you like me to submit this on your behalf?
Submit this on your behalf.
So it's going to submit that as a ticket basically to the correct staff member.
Oh, so there is still a ticketing system in there.
Yeah, it's a fail safe so that when AI fails, we still have staff that can help out.
So did you build a ticketing system or just bolt one on?
No, build it.
Yeah, why not? That we probably told freaking AI to do it.
Oh, I did. I started doing this. I used Replit to start and then switched over to Bolt. Replit, I built this app like 3 times. 3 times I built it to where it was fully functional and I added some feature and completely broke it.
Dude, that's why I just canceled my Bolt account because I was over it.
Yeah. I mean, hundreds, if not thousands of hours I spent, and I don't know how to code. So, like, I was just sitting there in front of the computer every night until 2 a.m., going, hey, make this feature work. Oh, shit, that doesn't work. Screenshot that, put it into Claude or put it into ChatGPT. I'd maxed out my Claude accounts every freaking night. And so then I go to ChatGPT and then I'd copy and paste that code back in. And yeah.
And with ChatGPT giving you the code, it eventually worked.
I still had to hire a developer to get the database function to work.
That's the hard part.
That's the hardest part. And I think Bolt just announced Bolt 2.0 with cloud, yada, yada, yada. And now it should work pretty flawlessly.
Now it has the database.
Yep. So did Lovable. Lovable did the same thing.
The whole like micro SaaS, kind of like what you're doing, it is the hottest shit out there. And I think it's so awesome and inspiring that a busy broker owner, definitely techie guy like yourself, saw a real life problem in your own business and you sat up till fucking 2 a.m. in the morning, hammering away on ChatGPT and no code software and built something. And now you have a little micro SaaS business. I'm proud of you, bro. I just love that. The other opportunity that like micro SaaS has right now is for lead gen. Have you explored, like, so for example, one of my mentors, Perry Belcher, he's been talking about this for the last year and a half about micro SaaS for lead gen. Have you played with any of that yet?
Not for lead gen. I've tried just about everything else except for lead gen.
What are other uses you do in the brokerage with AI?
Let's see. The big one right now is AI avatars.
Okay. Tell me about that.
HeyGen's newest version is freaking awesome. Like,
When
I'll
did
send
it
you a
come
video
out?
after we're done. And
When did it come out?
it came out about, I think, a month ago. The first version of it was released. And the latest one, I was like, hey, I've got to test this out because I used it about a year and a half ago. And you could still tell it was like me talking, but kind of like what are those called? Marionette. Like,
Yeah,
it still didn't look real. And the biggest problem that I found is the voice. The voice never sounded authentic to me. And so I was like, how do we get around that? I even tried 11 Labs plugins and everything else. And
that's how I do it. 11
it's
Labs
still
plugin.
not that good. And so I was like, hey, why don't I just try doing the voiceover? Because it's real easy for me to record one video or 5 videos that are like, hey, one of them is me driving in a car, right?
Sure.
One of them's me sitting at my desk. One of them's me outside. One of them's, and then I do this email that I send out. That's when you talk about what do you use AI for. We've been doing AI emails for agents for almost 2 years, two and a
Mhm.
half years. And it's creating local content that's valuable to send to clients without cramming real estate down their throat. So I did follow the Gary V jab, 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 right hook and Shaplak's thing of, give them value. Don't ask them for business, put the deposits in the bank. I've been doing tech with Ty for 139 emails every week for 139 weeks. Haven't missed a week. I get a 70% open rate on that.
Yes. Is that to agents or consumers?
That's to agents, but we did the same thing for consumers with local events and stuff like that.
Yes.
But yeah, so with HeyGen's newest version, like this week, I was like, hey, this AI avatar is really freaking good. The problem's the voice. So how do we get around that? And I just hit the freaking record button on my phone and record what I want it to actually say, send it to Abby. Abby throws that into HeyGen,
And it makes the video around the
the
voice.
video. And they even added the B-roll function now too.
Yeah. Same. We've been using HeyGen since it came out. I've been using
Yep.
AI avatars the whole time. Have you played with Sora 2 yet?
I have not played with Sora 2 yet. I've watched plenty of demo videos where comparing it to like Nano Banana and VO3, like it's freaking awesome. They just keep leapfrogging each other, right?
Yeah. I started playing with it 26 hours ago and I've had a headache ever since because I can't even like comprehend the opportunity. OpenAI has, in effect, created a new social media platform
Yeah,
where you can create whatever you want to see with your friends in it. And the scarcity play is real because it's invite only.
right.
I had 4 invites. I gave them out on social media yesterday. It's a big opportunity. So I love what you said about the emails. We use AI and I have a writer on staff, but I'm
Yeah.
sure that your marketing director, Abby, knows how to write a little bit too, right?
Yep.
They know how to prompt the AI to get it to look good and not look like a ChatGPT 3.5,
Right. Dashes everywhere.
dashes everywhere. And we send out 3 newsletters a week to the engaged portion of our database. And they're not about real estate. And guess what? People open them. So what
100%.
software are you using for those consumer emails?
For the consumer emails, I use my CRM. So I
Is
use
that Follow Boss or Bold Trail?
Bold Trail for that. For the agent emails, I'm using Beehive.
Okay, you're using Beehive for the agent emails.
Yep.
What are the opens on the agent emails?
70%.
And fucking Beehive?
Yeah.
You should get a plaque for Beehive. I've never heard of anybody with that high of an open with Beehive.
Yeah. So I've got that as a combination of Wix and Beehive.
Is it sending from your own domain or
Yep.
Beehive's domain that they make you use?
Let me see. Hold on.
This is a real in the weed, like real estate recruiting tech podcast episode. I'm here for it.
No, it is from my agent after hours at mail.beehive.com.
Oh, so it's from there. It's from their domain.
From theirs.
Wow. Wow. That's really good, dude.
I I mean, I'm not just spamming people, right? I've added to that list organically so that it's not showing up in that spam filter. What I did with Wix started out with 10,000 people in it, whittled it down to the 3,300 or 4,000 that were reading it. Everybody else went away. When I started moving everything over to Beehive, a lot of those people I asked to move over and they did. So I started moving them over one at a time. And then since I've been speaking at these AI engagements, I get a lot of signups. And so those are real people, right?
Yes, exactly. It's not some bought and dumped list.
No. Yep.
What are some other good uses of AI that you're doing right now? How about like in your personal life?
Gosh. I mean, I use the computer.
Do you?
Oh my gosh. It's freaking awesome. It's so
So,
awesome.
so that's so for the people that are listening, you have a bracelet.
Yep.
And what's the bracelet do?
Summarizes my day every day, gives me insights, makes recommendations, and then adds to my to-do list.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's like, hey, if you and I were talking and it was like, well, as an example, I said, I'll send you my AI avatar afterwards. It will be in my to-do list as a suggestion.
Dude, do you have an affiliate link for that? Because I'll buy the sucker right now.
No, and they're dirt cheap. I think Amazon actually just bought the company.
Of course.
So
they
we'll
did.
see what happens there, but they're like $49 and there's no subscription.
What's it called?
BEE.computer.
And there's some app that goes to your phone, that goes to your calendar.
Yeah, it integrates with your calendar and your email.
Okay, that's a good use. What's another? That's I can't bullshit. I just learned something. Like I've everything I can do not to pause this recording and go to Amazon right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's my suggestions. Review your 40 suggestions.
Does it
And then if
integrate
I go to
with
my to-do list,
ChatGPT?
yeah, it's ChatGPT based. It's got to be.
Oh, so you're not using like your own API in there though or anything?
No, I reached out to them, and I think it was in their middle of being acquired about because they do have a developer platform. So I reached out to them, and it got rejected like immediately. They didn't respond, and a bunch of other people on Reddit were like, "Hey, not hearing back anything about the developer account." So yeah,
Does it have any integrations?
no, not at the moment. We'll see what happens once Amazon actually fully launches it. But they had a developer API that I was really intrigued with because it was like, dude, this could integrate with your CRM. This could do so many cool things.
Yes. So when you use AI on a daily basis, like what LLM is your go-to?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. So you have the app probably saved on your phone, like me. You have the app on your computer. You go to the web browser, right? So have you connected it to Gmail, Calendar, G Drive, any of that?
G Drive, yes. Calendar, no. And Gmail, no. And I know I might be the minority there and not doing that, but I wasn't ready.
You're not ready for it to have access.
Yeah.
So, dude, with the connection to G Drive, it's almost making it so your Google Drive is your knowledge base.
Right.
Have you explored that?
Yes.
And how's it working for you?
It's
Mediocre,
not,
right?
it's not perfect. I've found a lot of problems with some of their Google integrations. And so for some of that stuff, like I'll use Notebook LM.
So you have Notebook LM referencing for your personal knowledge base instead.
Yep. And I use Grok in my car and I use Manus for all my research.
So Grok, because you have a Tesla,
Yep.
and what do you like to use Grok for
Just bouncing ideas off of it.
as you're driving?
Yeah. It's funny because I think it was 2 weeks ago, my tech with Ty didn't know what to write for the tech section. So tech's an acronym, technology, education, coaching, and how to. And I was like, I just used this. Why am I not recording this? So Meta glasses, I clicked record. I hit the button like I was going to a showing and I asked everything about that house that I was going to see. And it told me everything about that freaking house. I said, what are the comps? It gives me the comps. I said, who was the previous owner? And it starts going through like previous sales and all this other shit. And it's just insane that you can ask it all this other stuff that you don't think to ask it.
Wow,
But the more
dude.
that you ask, the more it's going to get your wheels churning of what else, how far can I press this?
Yes.
Like, hey, I thought this was an estate sale. Oh yeah, I found the estate paperwork filed in 2000 whatever.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. What do you think about the future of search and how it relates to realtors?
Oh, man.
I have a lot to say about this.
It's a bit terrifying. I had brand new agents come up to me at a local MLS meeting the other week. And they said, well, where do you think AI is going? And I said, Zillow's median error rate in my market is 17% or whatever it is. I said, AI is going to take that down to 1. So then why do they need you? You have to present your value as to how you're different. And don't say I'm available.
Yeah.
AI is available 24/7. You have to be proactive with how you're getting your information out. Just like, people read the headline news and it's sensationalized. I don't care what political affiliation you have. Their job's to get eyeballs. And so they are going to put doom and gloom headlines, or they're going to put clickbait headlines to get you to click. And you have to combat that as an agent and become the trusted source that they go to, so that they're not reading it on whatever news site they're going to. Because it may be vastly different in Austin, Texas than it is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Have you been getting a lot of ChatGPT leads?
ChatGPT leads?
Yes.
I have not.
Yes, dude. I got like 4 this
I'm
week.
working on it.
I got 4 this week.
Damn.
Let me tell you this. I hate answering my phone.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid. I sound like it. And everyone listening, don't ever be like me. Okay. It's because we had hundreds of listings up at the same time and I just got exhausted of it. Don't be like me. I don't have hundreds of listings anymore. Okay. So I should be answering them more. So this week I answered my phone a bunch. 4 ChatGPT leads, 2 sellers, 2 buyers. They looked in ChatGPT for top realtor in Sacramento, best realtor in Sacramento.
Yep.
And I came up both times.
I haven't had time to do this shit, man. I have too many recruiting calls.
Yeah. Okay. True.
No joke. I had like 11 on Tuesday or something like that. It was nuts.
Dude, we recruited like 4 agents this week off those calls.
That's amazing.
Yes. But I didn't do anything special on the AI.
Yeah.
So the thing that everyone listening needs to do is type those terms in ChatGPT and see what it references.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the big ones that there's a big opportunity for agents on is Reddit.
Yep.
So everyone needs a Reddit strategy.
Guess how you get it?
ChatGPT. So
Yeah.
this is what you actually do. Here's some game for everybody. Is go into ChatGPT and turn on agent mode and have it go to Reddit and find subreddits that you can comment on to help your business. Right. The only thing is, and actually shout out to Justine Woolcott. I've been coaching her and her brother's team for years. She went and made pages for the real estate brokerage, for the real estate team, Woolcott Real Estate in Reddit. So that's important.
Nice.
You go to agent mode, have it pull you the subreddit, the links. Here's the thing. If you're the sucker in there doing straight AI copy in Reddit, you're going to get murdered. You're going to get lynched.
Yep.
So you're going to have to come for value and probably not use AI as much as easy as you think it is. You're going to have to put some thought into it. What else are you guys using the AI for?
Comet browser.
Okay.
Perplexity's browser, AI. It's freaking awesome.
Tell me about that.
So, like agent mode, it can go and do whatever you ask it to do. And so, from a high level standpoint, I could have it go to a website and be like, hey, like LinkedIn, hey, give me the contact information for all these people. And it will do it.
ChatGPT will do that?
Comet.
Comet?
Yeah, Comet. Comet browser by Perplexity.
What? And I pay for Perplexity and I didn't friggin' know that.
Yeah, it is unreal.
It sounds like it's a browser made by Perplexity.
It's a browser made by Perplexity, but here's where it's different. It's not approaching AI like we want it to approach AI. So a lot of how we want AI to be approached is I take a screenshot, AI interprets what it thinks it sees from that screenshot, and then tells me how to do it. It's only approaching it from a code level. So it's looking at the back end Google console, looking at all the code and executing that way.
I just got a headache.
Yeah.
How will that help me in my business?
Oh man, what are some use cases? Let me look at my library and see.
That's so freaking interesting, Tyler.
Oh, it's got all my perplexity questions in here too. I'll ask perplexity questions when I'm like, hey, I want real time data on Insta 360 Flow Pro 2. Is there a soccer mode for that yet?
Wow.
Because I know it's going to
Okay.
give me most relevant data. ChatGPT is not going to search the web unless I do deep research or agent mode, and it's not going to find exactly what I want. Perplexity is going to give me a better answer. You can do so much with Comet. Just here's where it's going to really have an application. I did this on a live demo last week. It's going to be your assistant to input listings into the MLS. Here's your one page PDF that has all the data that it needs. And I tried this first with ChatGPT Operator, and it took 45 minutes of me messing with it, trying to
Yes,
correct it.
painful.
It was awful. I did it with Manus in about 15 minutes. Comet did it on the first try, minus room dimensions, which I gave it one little update. It did it in less than 5.
Wow. So
So,
you got a sheet of information, put it on the screen,
yep,
Comet found it, and then filled out the MLS listing form.
yep.
Dope. That is so dope.
So that's a real world use case that I think a lot of agents are going to move to at some point.
Everybody should, if they've listened to this episode, like, how much is Comet?
Comet, I think I ran out of credits, so I pay the $20 a month for Perplexity.
Yeah, so then I have it too. Any other tools you think team leaders or agents should be using right now?
No, I mean, Manus is cool.
Never used Manus, dude.
It was one of the first AI operators that came out that was way better than ChatGPT operator. It's $39 a month, but like I gave it, here's a real world use case. So I went into the MLS and I said, give me all the solds in my city in the last 5 years. And then I took that in a CSV file, so a database file, and I uploaded it to Manus and said, find me what neighborhoods, because it does subdivisions, find me which neighborhoods in my city have the highest opportunity and the highest ROI that don't have 3 agents or more with more than 10% market share.
Holy shit, what a prompt, Tyler.
It took some tweaking. I actually have that prompt that I can send you.
Okay, send it to me.
And then I even added to it like, hey, then go and check the cost of printing at gotprint.com and check the cost for every door direct mail for mailing out these flyers. So it gives you this giant fucking executive summary of here are the neighborhoods with the highest ROI and opportunity, shows me the top 3 agents, what percentage market share they have. Here's what the EDM is, here's your ROI, and here's your exact campaign you should send out.
All right. Well, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. I used to use Descript quite a bit. Still use it for some things, but I primarily used it because, this is your best freaking device to record video.
Mhm.
Sometimes your audio sucks. And so we'd use the studio audio on Descript. But now we use Auphonic for that because it's free. You get 2 hours of making it sound like you're in a studio just from your phone.
Mhm.
And then we still use CapCut for our editing, Opus to change long form content into short form. CapCut added that feature, it's just not as good. And then using VO3 a little bit for creating videos that are, viral content kind of stuff. We don't have bears here, like hardly ever.
Mhm.
And so when we did have a bear sighting on like a Ring camera, like a couple miles from here, everybody on Facebook was talking about it. And so I went outside with Abby and I had her put her hand out like she's going to feed a bear. We threw it into, I don't know if we did ChatGPT or Nano Banana wasn't out. So I said, make it look like she's feeding a bear. We got a picture of that bear. We posted it. It went viral with, thousands of views and comments. And
Awesome, dude. Way to
uh,
newsjack. What a good job.
it's just dumb. And like, then there was people like, you really shouldn't feed that bear. Like they thought it was real. And then, yeah, I did a video on VO3 of the bear sitting behind a desk at the Remax office, drinking a cup of coffee with the Remax logo and saying, here at Remax, we don't mess around. We bear down and get results.
Funny, dude.
Just dumb shit like that.
But what a good use. Newsjack, marketing, creating viral type
100%.
content.
Yeah.
I haven't played with VO3.
You won't need to with Sora and everything else.
Sora just got my attention. Okay. For the viewers and listeners, what advice do you have for them, team leaders, people wanting to put more AI in their business? What advice do you have?
Start with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Use it every day. Talk to it for 20 minutes a day and see how it goes.
Yes, what good advice, and so true. Okay, so if somebody wants to learn more about your software and use it in their own business, which, ladies and gentlemen, I had Tyler on here for that reason. You should hit him up and talk to him about. It's called Victoria, right?
Yeah. So
Is it available to the public yet?
it is. So it's heyvictoria.ai,
Okay.
HEY Victoria.ai.
So you guys, team leaders, broker owners who are tired of the got a minute questions, like I'm sure you are, and don't want to hire more staff.
It replaces ChatGPT for a lot of brokers where, instead of them and all their team having $20 a month accounts, we're way cheaper than that.
There you go. So you guys, heyvictoria.ai. And if somebody wants to send you a referral for some business, and name your states again and how to get a hold of you.
Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana.
Okay.
And you can reach me at tyler@joinvictory.com.
All right, guys. Go hit up Tyler. Any social profiles that they should follow?
Yeah. You can go to Instagram at Ty Morton. Find me on Facebook as well. I think I'm the Tyler Morton on X. Yeah. You name it, I'll find it.
Yes, dude. Thank you so much. That was awesome. We could have kept going for a long time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, thank you so much. Everybody watching and listening. There's a big, massive opportunity both to grow your personal brand, grow your business, get the attention, and there's a gold rush right now, right? Like I am playing hard in this. Tyler is playing hard in this. Don't look back and think you missed out on something. Do some shit that we said on this and implement it in your business. I hope you got something out of this episode. If you did, click like, share, and subscribe with a friend. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Reside Platform Podcast. Peace out.